So this morning, we're looking to our Indigenous neighbors for wisdom about how to solve modern problems.
The falling leaves drift by my window, and the falling leaves of red and gold. I see your lips and the summer kisses, the sunburned hands I used to hold. Since you went away, the days grow long. Soon I'll hear, oh, winter song, but I miss you most of all, my darling, when autumn leaves start to fall.
I respectfully acknowledge that we're gathered today on Treaty 6 territory, a land that is rich in history, some small part of it being the history of settlers who've lived and worked here, and most of it being in the hearts and minds of the Indigenous peoples who have inhabited and stewarded this land through countless centuries, countless millennia. I was born and I've lived my whole life on Treaty 6 land. We're all a treaty people, no matter how short or long our relationship with this land has been. As treaty people, we must be responsible for living in right relation and reciprocity with all the peoples of this land and for the continued stewardship of it. Each of us is a part of the legacy which waits to be inhabited by our descendants. A tradition that dates back centuries, the recognition of traditional lands is now a call to us to acknowledge that we're Treaty 6 people, to remember our responsibility to deepen our understanding of the treaty, and to participate in the ongoing process of truth, reconciliation, and healing. Bienvenue, Tawau, welcome to Westwood Unitarian, everyone. I'm so glad to be with you in this gathering this morning, and I offer a special welcome to those who are first-time visitors or consider themselves newcomers or are returning after an extended absence. Westwood is a compassionate community of free religious thought, inviting all people to rest, grow, and serve the world. This morning, as always, our service is a collaborative effort. My name is Jacqueline Willette, my pronoun is she, and I'm conducting the service this morning. Carrie Day is our musician today, and Rebecca Patterson will be leading our last song. Oh yeah. Tech hosting is being provided by Hannah. with backup from David Williamson and Bill Lee. David, as usual, has gotten things organized so that there will be coffee and tea to enjoy after we're done our service. And the worship committee, led by Rebecca Patterson, has been particularly heroic this week. You'll find out more later. For people on Zoom, if you have a chalice or candle nearby and wish to light it for the service, now is the time. These are the words of Orlando Bunyola. Flame, friend of our most ancient ancestors, we kindle you now to make you visible in this time. Yet in truth, you burn always in the unique worth of each person, in the imagination, in the turning of the heart to sorrow or joy, in the call to hope, and in the call to justice. Burn bright before us, burn bright within us. And if you could please join in singing Where My Free Spirit Onward Leads. The lyrics will show up on the screen. This is a moment in our week when we take the opportunity to express something important that is going on in our lives and in the lives of those around us, to celebrate what brings joy and to share what is weighing on our hearts. Every bit as important, we are here to listen to each other and bear witness to the poignancy of life. For those in the building, you're invited to come forward and speak and light your candle as the next person speaks, or you may choose to light a candle in silence. And we're also quite happy to bring the microphone to you if that works better. And I'll light one last candle for all of the joys and concerns that remain safely tucked in our hearts. We've got a beautiful full candle tree today. Please join me. May the light of these candles inspire us to use our power to heal and not to harm, to help and not to hinder, to serve the spirit of truth in loving affection and trusting hope. We get to sing again. This time, the song is called In Sweet Fields of Autumn. Serendipity is a wonderful thing. Today's scheduled speaker couldn't be here this morning, so the worship committee went on the hunt for a last-minute replacement, and they have hit pay dirt. Let me tell you just a few things about today's speaker. Dr. Lyla June Johnston is known more familiarly as Lyla June. She's an Indigenous musician, a scholar, and a community organizer of Diné, which is the correct name for what has long been known as the Navajo peoples. She also has Tsetsatsihisi and European lineage. So what she has done is she's blended her study of human ecology. She did that one at Stanford. Then she refused entry at Harvard because she was busy with other things. And she did graduate work instead in Indigenous pedagogy. And then finally, there is also the traditional worldview she grew up with to inform her music, her perspectives, and her suggested solutions. She's internationally acclaimed. Her study and work is broader than the Americas and its founding peoples. She's drawn parallels between the colonization of the Americas to the treatment of witches and warlocks in Europe. She's got a really cool song about that one. She recently finished her PhD on the ways in which pre-colonial Indigenous societies shaped large regions of Turtle Island, the Americas, to produce abundant food systems for humans and for non-humans. You'll hear more about that in a few minutes. Her multi-genre presentation style includes award-winning acoustic music, hip-hop, the spoken word, and poetry. She has encouraged audiences across the globe towards personal, collective, and ecological healing. Her messages revolve around Indigenous issues and solutions, supporting youth, intercultural healing, historical trauma, and highlighting traditional Diné food and land management practices. This is Dr. Lyla June Johnston giving a TED Talk in August 2022. I have a slide coming up here that lists the 4 strategies that Lyla June spoke about. Maybe I don't. Apparently I don't. Okay then. So the strategies were to be one with nature, to decenter human beings. That was number 3. Number 4 was to work thinking of perpetuity. And number 2, help me out here. Oh, right, expanding the ecosystem, expanding habitat. There we go. Well, I'd like us to take a few minutes to talk about this a bit with ourselves. You might want to analyze the 4 strategies that she mentioned. You may have some critical thoughts about them, positive or negative. You might have some ideas about how we could go about making some of this happen, or you might think it can't. But I'll ask the Zoom people to be one group, if they could discuss between them. And we've kind of got enough people here for probably 2 groups. And yeah, let's give it 4 minutes. Okay, it's time for another song. It's your turn, Rebecca. You're going to lead us in Rejoice in Love.
There's a section in our Gray songbook that has a number of little poems that you can sing to Talus's canon. Talus's canon is a famous round, and so I thought, well, we'll sing it in 2 parts because we've got 2 groups. Yeah, but we'll sing it all together once. I think you'll probably recognize it. If you were brought up in a regular church, you might recognize this, praise God from whom all blessings flow. But anyways, here is the tune. Carrie's going to play it for us, and then we'll sing it. Please sing it as beautifully as you can, because I'm trying to sell to Jacqueline that Talus's canon is a lovely song. It's like the only song she's ever told me she doesn't like. So let's make sure that we sell Jacqueline on this song. Here we go. Rejoice in love, we know and share in love and beauty everywhere. Rejoice in harmony being sung as well. So whoever's singing that harmony, who has a voice that's low, please feel free to carry on, and the rest of us will sing the tune in a round. Okay, so I'll tell your group two, I'll tell group two when to come in. Group one, 1, 2. Rejoice in love, we know and share. Rejoice in truth that makes us free. And rejoicing joy that shall be. Rejoice in love, we know and share. In love and beauty everywhere. Rejoice in truth that makes us free. Rejoice in love, rejoice in love, rejoice in beauty everywhere. Rejoice in truth, rejoice in truth that makes us free. That it shall be, it makes us free, and in not good that yet shall be.
Who could not love that song? I mean, really. I came across an excerpt from one of Nelson Mandela's speeches that I thought spoke to where we are now. We're going to do it as a responsive reading. Your parts are on the slide, I hope. Oh, good. So I'll read, then you'll do your first line. I'll read, and well, you know how that works. We understand that there is no easy road to reconciliation. We know
well that none of us acting alone can achieve success.
We must therefore act together as a united people for national reconciliation, for nation building, for the birth of a new world.
Let there be justice for all.
Let there be work, bread, water, and salt for all.
Let justice reign.
Thank you. Each person's contributions of time, talent, and resources help to sustain this community. We're grateful that you're here and for all that you're able to do to support Westwood. This slide shows how to donate to Westwood, if you should so choose. And Carrie will play our song of gratitude once, and then we'll join her. You once, and then us with you 2 more times. Okay. Did you hear the choir rocking it out there? For those of you at home, if you have a candle or chalice burning, now is the time to bring it forward. Some words by Martha Kirby Capo. Our time together is finished, but our work is not yet done. May our spirits be renewed and our purpose resolved as we meet the challenges of the week to come. The chalice flame is extinguished, until once again ignited by the strength of our gathering. Go now in peace.
I'll sing What a Wonderful World, and you could sing along. That would be so nice. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and for you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day and the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, and I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know, and I'll think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I'll think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was so beautiful, you guys. So nice. Those harmonies. So lovely.